Final round 20XX, back with friends, very good friends of mine. And how's it been going? What's going on?
Very good. Nothing much, really. Pretty much just getting ready for this.
Just getting ready for this. So how much of this getting ready, how much of this is playing games, and how much of this is studying for you?
Well, pretty much. I practice every day with my father, sometimes 1 hour or so.
1 hour or so. Okay. All right. All right, and Dad, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? It's good to be back. Been here with the Southeast family.
It's pretty much the Southeast family, but I got to ask you, what's going on in your neck of the woods? What's going on in your community in that part of FGC?
I mean, our community is pretty active. I mean, we have a big Street Fighter community, big Guilty community. Our Tekken community is pretty large, but of course, not too many of us are playing Tag 2 right now. We're waiting for June 2nd for Tekken 7 to be released. So, we're all hyped. We're ready. There's some activity outside of the Tekken community where people are showing interest, so it should be interesting once it drops.
Now, KingRey Jr., what character is your dad going to play in the new Tekken 7?
Well, I'm not sure if he's going to master any new characters, but for sure he's going to learn King and teach me how to use King as well.
Okay. All right, or is this something that you're willing to learn? Do you want to learn King?
I mean, he has a mix with Murdoch and Armor King's moves, so yeah.
All right. Is there any other character you're thinking about picking up?
I've already got Oscar, but other than that, no.
All right. Then Dad, how about you? I mean, you're gonna go through the King training session, but I gotta ask two questions: why, and if King doesn't work out the way you want it to work out, is there a backup character?
There is. I started with King. King and Nina were my two mains going through Tekken. What drew me to them was the fact that they had multi-part moves. You could go from one move into another, and I really liked that. That was something that drew me to the characters. I kind of dropped off with Nina when Tekken 6 dropped. I haven't really played a Tekken seriously since Tekken 5, so I promised myself that when Tekken 7 comes out, I will be taking it seriously again, be practicing like I should, and definitely going to play King. I'll probably pick up Nina again since she's in the game, and as far as the new characters are concerned, I'm kind of interested in learning Claudio, so I may pick up Claudio.
And so basically now you gotta build a schedule around your job, your life, and his life as well. So I mean, how are you gonna do this? Is it gonna be basically kind of more of a weekend regimen, or like how is this gonna work out? How are you gonna build this schedule for both of you? Because it's easier to build a schedule when it's just you, but when you're bringing somebody else into the fold, like how do you do something like that?
As far as Junior's concerned, he has more time than anybody. I mean, he's in school, it's just take care of your schoolwork, you get home, do your homework, and then you got the rest of the evening to practice until you got to go to bed. So he can learn a majority of the cast in that time and really, download the game and get good. Just got to keep practicing every day. For myself, I play when I can. I work and, I pick up the kids from school, get home, make sure they get their homework done, and we'll sit down and we'll go through just either playing casuals or maybe go over things that we feel like we need to practice. So it's going to be more or less the same. I gotta split my time wisely. I gotta make sure I spend enough family time, or the wife will be on she'll be getting down my neck. But it's one of those things. You got to find that happy balance, but once you do, it works out.
Now, last time we talked, you said that you were the best kid in your circle. Have you taught any of your friends how to play better?
Nope.
Really? When are you going to share the knowledge?
I have no idea.
So you have no intentions of leveling up your buddies. You got time. You can do it.
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay, all right. All right, then let's talk about something else. All right, now, when you come to these gaming events, let's talk about fashion, okay? How do you like to dress? Is this the style for today? Did you pick this out or did he pick this out?
Pretty much. I think he picked the style because it was really cold outside, but I also got a Tekken 7 shirt from Markman that I wore yesterday, but for fashion, it doesn't really matter for me unless it suits me.
Okay, all right, well wait a minute. Now, what if, I'm just throwing a company name out there. I don't know if you like it or not, but let's say if Gap Kids decided to make Ray Jr. a model. Would that be cool?
They could do it if they wanted to.
And you'd be down for it. It'd be no problem. Okay, all right, that's what's up. All right. And then, as a father, are you thinking about other avenues for him? Because, like as a father, okay, if some kind of esports entity came to you and said, "Hey, we want to sponsor your son," are you going to just lay back in the cut and let them, manage him, or do you see yourself taking an active role?
No, I would definitely take an active role, him being a minor, and, there would have to be some clauses within, any type of contract to where I'd have to travel with him, of course. I would love for him to get the opportunity, but, that's going to come with him, practicing and eventually making a top 8, placing, top 8 somewhere. I think once he does that, the eyes will really be on him, and he'll have more opportunities. But until then, it's on him. I can't practice for him. That has to be something he wants to do. He's already told me that he's interested in teaching his younger brother how to play, who's 3 now. So when Tekken 7 does come out, we're going to start teaching, his brother, and eventually we'll go, from there and see where it takes us.
All right. And
An additional story.
okay, hold on. All right, give us the additional story.
Well, when I was younger, I was just like 2 or 3 or 4 years old. My dad used to invite friends to his house to come and play. When I was playing with my toys, I got my little black chair and I just sit, never taking an eye off the matches that they were playing. And once I started growing up, I was like 6 or 5. I started knowing what Mokujins. When somebody would pick Mokujin, I would recognize the movement and know which character it was. Like when somebody picked Mokujin, it looked he was doing a boxing thing like Steve. I guess Steve, and he got surprised. And I knew most, like 90% of the characters in the game already.
Oh, just off Mokujin's movements, you can say like maybe in the first 5 seconds, this is Steve, that's Marduk.
And he was a swift shape, so I just kept on learning from that then on.
That sounds awesome. Now, FR Final Round also stands for family. And I think that's one of the things it means for me. But for you guys, what does Final Round mean?
Oh, it's definitely, spending time with family. I mean, this is, a community. It's a tight-knit community. I mean, the relationships that you form, are lifelong. And, everyone that's here is doing something that we all love to do. Coming to Final Round is always big, for me, for Tekken, because of the fact that this, to me, is a premier Tekken event, and it's great, getting the opportunity to come here to get our hands on Tekken 7. We were a little down that it didn't release prior to Final Round, but they have to make the decisions, to push back the game, so we'll have to wait until June. But definitely happy to be here, happy to see everybody. I mean, congratulations to Larry and Shonda on baby Dixon. I mean, beautiful baby boy. I'm very happy for them as well.
All right, little man, what does Final Round mean to you?
Like my father said, it's a big community where everybody gets together to play fighting games and all that. Everybody could try out new stuff. They could get together and play games. They could practice with each other. They can give out knowledge. It's fundamental. And everybody comes here because they love it. They're here for one certain reason, to win.
All right, well, you heard it from KingRey Jr. To win. That's what we're trying to do. Final Round XX.